Okay. Good afternoon, John Smith. My name is Matthew Deedman, and I'm a mobile mortgage specialist from TD. Thank you for inviting me into your home today.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, this is a nice apartment here. How long have you lived here for?
A couple of years. I'm looking to finally buy a place I can call my own.
Yeah, of course. What do you do for work?
I'm a third year electrician for now. I'm hoping to get my journeyman soon.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, my father's been an electrician for 35 years now. What were you doing before starting a trade?
Just manual labor. Couldn't really find a solid job. Whatever I could find. Just looking for something a little bit more developed, so I can really show my skill in that regard.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like something a bit more promising for you. So you're looking into purchasing your first home then? That's great, and I'm glad you've decided to choose TD as your bank for business. We're always happy to help. First things first, I must ask for your permission to obtain all the relevant information that will help us through this procedure. This will include proof of employment, recent bank statements showing your assets and liabilities, as well as a statement of your current wages, such as like a recent pay stub. And I'll be using all this information to cater the best possible offers for you. Um, have you been looking into any sort of specific neighborhoods?
I've been looking around Legacy. I am interested in purchasing a mortgage through TD, and I was looking at the condos in Legacy. Saw a couple for around 190,000.
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. That's a great price. But before we get started, I'd love to find out a bit more about your current situation.
That sounds good to me. What would you like to know?
Yeah. First off, do you have a spouse or any children?
I'm currently single right now, but I hope to have children one day.
Yeah, there's no problem with that. How about any loans? Do you have any major debts? And what is your current income?
Uh, Other than about $10,000 I used to fund my last vacation to Australia, I don't really have too much debt. I'm bringing home about 55,000 a year. To become a journeyman, it'll be closer to 80.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Did you have a good time while you were abroad?
Yeah, for sure. I backpacked and visited a lot of really cool spots there.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm glad you've decided to choose TD as your bank for your next major life decision. I'm excited to help you along the way. As you probably well know, we're one of Canada's biggest and favorite banks, and we have been so for about 150 years now. What were you looking for in a mortgage?
Uh, the main things I'm really interested in is kind of ability to speed up, just having more flexibility being in a construction trade and not really knowing when my next job's going to be. Maybe I have some extra money in 1 month, extra funds to make maybe even a lump sum payment. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, we have options like that built into all of our lineup of mortgages, including that lump sum payments. You can make lump sum payments of up to 15% per year of the original principal amount. And you can do that once per year, free of any prepayment charges. Alongside this, you can also skip a monthly payment once per year, up to a maximum of 4 times over the course of the amortization.
Okay. Price is also a pretty big deal to me. I want to ensure the best deal available with you.
Yeah. Well, of course, all of our rates are available online, and they're extremely competitive. We like to do this just to reassure our clients that they are getting the best possible deal out there. Is there anything else that you'd be looking for in a mortgage?
My banking with TD. I love the app. So I'd like to access my mortgage in the same.
Yeah, of course. There's definitely something that we offer through our TD mobile app. It's the exact same one that you've been currently using, and you'll just have access to your mortgage statements and such.
Okay. I'm also looking for an easy process. I'm very tired after working all day. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. That definitely makes sense being in a manual labor trade. So, how about a mortgage that has payments that match your biweekly pay schedule from work? Would that interest you?
Yeah, for sure. That'd be a lot easier to budget.
Yeah, and being a third year apprentice, I'm assuming that you're going to be looking at quite a pay increase once you hit your journeyman. So the options of making the lump sum payments would be great for that, hey?
Yeah, I like the ability to be able to pay it down quicker. But what about the fees that come with that? Are there any extras?
Well, at TD, we're always striving to make our customers' lives as easy as possible. And with that, with the prepayments that I was explaining beforehand, you can make up to 15% of the original principal amount without any prepayment charges at all. So how much were you considering for a down payment?
I have about 35,000 in savings. Kind of want to keep a little bit of that aside for a rainy day, but definitely want to make a little bit of a payment for sure against that down payment.
Yeah, well, congratulations on your current savings. It's definitely a milestone to reach. Um, if you do make less than 20% of a down payment, you will be required to also purchase CMHC, which is also commonly referred to as mortgage insurance. It gives you the ability to still take out a mortgage without having to put down 20%, since that is quite hard to do these days.
Okay. How much would that likely cost me?
Well, it really all depends on how much you're willing to put down. But say in the scenario that you put 10% of the home's value down, you'll be looking at 3%, 3.1% of the home's value minus the down payment. So that insurance would cost you roughly $5,301.
Okay, that sounds completely reasonable to me. How do I pay it? Is it alongside the down payment, or how does that work?
No, it's much easier than that. It just gets added onto the mortgage amount. So it just gets included in your monthly or bi-weekly mortgage payments.
Okay, I like the sound of that. So, with making lump sum payments, how much money and time could I save towards my mortgage?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me show you a amortization schedule showing you the differences between making lump sum payments per year and not. So there it is there. As you can see, the blue line indicates the prepayments that you'd be making, whereas the white line shows you without it. So that would be over the course of the 25 years. And with that, going with the prepayments, you'd be looking at saving roughly 13 years off of your mortgage there.
Wow, that's incredible. For just one extra payment, that's really awesome. Definitely something I'd be interested in.
Yeah, of course. And if the one-time payment isn't something that could work for you, you can also split those up into extra monthly payments, if that would work better for you. So, does this sound like something that could work well with your lifestyle?
Yeah, definitely. Could you go into a little bit more details on the specifics of the pricing?
Yeah, of course. Since the home you're looking at purchasing, as you said, was about $190,000, we take off that down payment of 10%, which leaves us at $171,000. We'll then add that 3.1% on top of that, and you'd be looking at a mortgage of $176,301. And then if we go with bi-weekly payments, and with our best current special offer of 2.89% on a 3-year fixed mortgage term, you'd be looking at payments of roughly $379 bi-weekly. And let me just show you exactly how that works out through our mortgage calculator here. You'd be looking at the rates there, the 25-year amortization period, bi-weekly. And then just here it shows you the balance after 3 years and the interest that you've paid versus the principal you paid. And alongside that, you also have the one with the prepayments. And with that, we put $8,000 annually, or as I said, you can split that up to monthly if you would prefer.
Okay. I mean, but I think I'm gonna have to think this all over. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, would you like to share the issues with me that you're holding back on?
I mean, the biggest thing about me would probably be the pricing. I'm a bit steep, and I'd like to look around maybe.
Yeah, well, I understand your concerns, especially with the current state of affairs that we're going through right now. But I would like to point out that now is such a great time to purchase a mortgage, especially with the home. Our mortgage prime rates are as low as 2.6%, so our special offer of being 2.89% is extremely competitive. It's a fantastic opportunity as it's some of the lowest rates we've had in over 25 years.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm still concerned about job security. Other person is being laid off right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does really seem like that way at the moment. But I can assure you with this mortgage that you're not only going to be saving, um, getting the benefit of investing into a property that you can call your own and possibly sell in the future, but you'd also be saving money every month because this mortgage rate that we're offering you is so low. It is less expensive than your current rent that you're paying.
Hmm. Okay. Um, well, you've assured me of most of my worries. I think I'm confident enough to go ahead with this purchase.
I'm definitely happy to hear that. And from here, I would definitely recommend that you find a realtor and go ahead with the negotiations on pricing and such. And once you've done that, I would be more than happy to meet with you again at your convenience so we can go over the necessary documentation to finalize this experience for you. And once again, thank you again for inviting me to your home. And I'm glad you've chosen TD. Have a wonderful day, and please feel free to contact me anytime if you have any questions or concerns.
Ah, thank you very much. Have a great day as well.
You too. Bye now.